What's up, party people? And we send salutations to our fellow Ragers. Welcome to episode 15 of the Agents of Rage. I am L. Ren, the Admiral. This is the General, TD. How's it hanging, man?
It's hanging low, man. Thanks for asking.
All right. Let's go. That's what I want to hear. I know what I want to hear, but maybe what the ladies want to hear. All right. I'll tell you what. And I just want to start with this. And just know, people, we don't really talk about, we kind of get a structure, but we don't really talk about exactly what we're going to go into. So it's really a fresh conversation, like I'm just calling up TD and we're hanging out. So there are a ton of metal bands that are out there touring right now. I mean, this is an incredible time for metal. We've got a ton of them coming to the Detroit area, and I looked into your area, my friend, the Bay Area. Just to name a few, Sepultura and Obituary playing the Warfield on September 25th. That's awesome. The next Deicide tour stop is at the DNA Lounge. They're with Christian and others. That's coming up. KK's Priest with Accept on October 7th. California Death Fest at Oakland Metro on October 13th. Hyrax, Sodom, and others going to be there. That's incredible. Dying Fetus at the UC Theater. That is coming up on October 17th. DRI at Neck of the Woods on October 19th. Clash of the Titans on October 27th. That's Creator, Possessed, and Testament. That's at the Wardfield. And that is just from now until the end of October. And there's a lot more to any of those that you were seriously considering hitting up.
Well, you missed Aftershock is that same weekend as the California
You're right.
Fest.
And, I forgot. I didn't even I think it's because I'm so mad that I can't go to day one with you. Maybe that's why I left it off. But you're right. Aftershock, beginning of October.
Yeah, so me and Woody, he just texted me today. He can't make it to the Sepultura Obituary show, so we may not go to that. But we have Clash of the Titans tickets. That's definitely a good one. DSI would be good because DNA Lounge is small. I mean, you'd be right up on the stage. That's a great venue, but there are a lot of good options. It's like
what about that Sodom Hyrax Death Fest?
Well, it's on a Sunday.
I know. You know what? Sundays I can't do Sundays either because Sundays are my hockey night. So I can't go to Sundays. There's Clash of the Titans here is on a Sunday. I can't go.
Yeah, I know. It's I saw this meme on Instagram today. It was Gene Simmons sitting outside like a Starbucks type place, and it said something like rock and roll every night, but only you can only party every third day. So that's kind of where we are, you know.
No, I hear you, brother. I can tell you on my end here in Detroit, here's just a few of the shows that are coming up, just so people understand the preponderance of metal that is out there, all sorts of metal, all genres. Goat Whore, Necrofire, and other bands here at the Sanctuary on this Sunday. Deicide is here Monday at the Sanctuary. Judas Priest and Sabaton at Freedom Hill this Tuesday. Flesh God Apocalypse with Shadow of Intent and others on Wednesday. Necrogoblicon is at the Machine Shop on September 26th. Clash of the Titans here on the 29th. Gate Creeper and Frozen Soul here on October 1st. The Hatebreed 30th Anniversary Tour with Carcass, Harm's Way, and Crypta are in Royal Oak on October 3rd. Skeletal Remains and Bewitcher at the Sanctuary on October 8th. Nervosa with Lich King and Hatred at the Sanctuary on October 12th. Lorna Shore, Whitechapel, Kubla Khan, Texas at the Fillmore on October 23rd. And King Diamond with Overkill at the Masonic Temple on November 4th. It just goes on and on.
Yeah, so that's one of the great things about living near a major metropolitan city. All those bands, they all come through. They hit you, then they hit me, and vice versa. And King Diamond Overkill is going to happen too for me. I haven't got the ticket yet, but my crisscross, my brother's coming into town. I think, and we're going to go partake in that one.
Nice. I already have tickets for the Hatebreed show. Really looking forward to that, and the Nervosa Lich King show. What else? I'm not sure yet. But the lineup is crazy. Can you imagine though if you lived here, dude? We would be hitting all of it up.
We would be racking up some concert experiences together. That's for sure.
No doubt. Coming in just this dynamic duo taking over.
Yeah.
They'd be just giving us media passes left and right. So you don't
That's
have
right.
to pay. Just
Calling
show up
us.
and talk about us.
Calling us, asking us what time can we start
Yeah.
the show.
That's right. Letting us know, oh, by the way, there's a show in a couple of days. You guys are going to be there, right? Anyway, so much metal out there. Go see it, people. Support these bands. All right. We are doing our Inkcarceration wrap-up, our day 3 coverage. Since we knew we would be feeling the effects from the previous 2 days, we had planned on seeing 7 bands. Of course, we also wanted to take time out to tour the prison, which we did. We actually watched 5 bands in total. I have clips from 4. I'm sorry, but you won't be getting any Dropkick Murphys on the Agents of Rage.
No. Yeah, that's
will-
not my thing, man. That's hey, good for them. They're on the main stage, but not for me.
I mean, we watched them, but they are definitely not our flavor at all. Tell you what, though, people were into them, though. Am I right?
Oh yeah, I didn't realize what a big following they had, but man, people were into. They were loving it. It's catchy, music. I get it,
Yeah, it's crazy. Of course, that one song from The Departed, is like their big song. It's a big Irish kind of anthem. That's a cool song, but other than that, hey man, whatever floats your boat, it's all good. Yep. All right, so let's get into what we want to share. Our first 2 bands on day 3 were over on the small stage, the stage they refer to as the infirmary stage. And first up at 1:25 in the afternoon was a band I really wanted to see, The Behest of Serpents. Had you ever heard of them before we saw them in the lineup at Inkcarceration?
No, they were new to me.
Yeah. So Metal Injection calls them a melodic death metal band. They have 2 full-length albums, despite only being around since 2019. They're from Canton, Ohio, so this show was right up the road for them. So let's check out a couple tunes, and then we'll talk about them more on the other side. This is The Behest of Serpents.
Guided by
Good stuff. I like that stage. It was you could get, you could be under the cover of it and still be really plenty close enough. And you got that, up close feel like a small venue. So it was pretty cool. And you got the backdrop of the prison there, and you look up to the right, you can see where someone was about to get tossed off the edge, and the Shawshank Redemption, and Tim Robbins. I forget his character's name, but
yeah, exactly. It was Anthony Dufresne or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was his name. Exactly. We only got over there a few times. They didn't really have everything that was, what we wanted to see for the whole weekend. But I will say, the couple times we were there, it was great. You're right. It's the perfect vantage point. Art the Clown was there from Terrifier. I think we posted that on our Instagram.
Yeah.
It was good stuff, man. They're compared to kind of like Black Dahlia Murder. That's kind of like what their sound is all about. So if you dig that, you could dig them. They also say they were influenced by the Swedish death metal band At the Gates. So that was kind of big influences on them. We'll see where these guys go, but I hope to see them again. How about you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But their music was great. It was a nice find over the weekend.
Yeah, no doubt. Definitely one of the more just really hard metal bands that played at the show. All right.
Yeah.
At 2:15 p.m., we got a taste from the band called 1056. Now, I was curious to figure out what 1056 means, but it's actually a police code, which I believe means attempted suicide, which is
that doesn't surprise me. I was going to guess some kind of police code.
Yeah. So they are from Paris, France. And I believe you would classify them as a deathcore band with kind of a new metal vibe. I've got one clip from 1056, so let's check that out right now.
Mind controlling, I'll find a hole in everything you claim to believe in. You thought that I was the type to shut up about you want to say that. Maybe you just thinking I was just the type to get the engine ticking. Now you're on the bottom, I've been trying to know, Captain, how you feel like you're shipping. Gonna get your ass off fucking chair. Manipulator, fucking faker. Sorry, I in your way. I can't excuse myself enough. I did I make you fuck this shit up? Still hear me now? Last time close. Shut your fucking mouth. You always know that I got your ass a fucking chair. I got you on the hand of fucking chair.
Yeah, definitely deathcore. I like those guys. They're good too.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I can't say that I'm totally into this band, but I'm open to see how they progress. It's always great seeing bands on the up. They're just a few years into this thing, and hey, good to see Paris, France represent.
Yeah. I wonder how they find a band from so far away. That's interesting, but
I believe they're touring with Veil of Maya right now.
Oh, they picked up an extra date probably.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep, exactly, because Veil of Maya was playing Inkcarceration too. We just didn't make it to see them. So, so that's what's happening with them. And it was at this point that we needed to make our way through Shawshank, right? The former Ohio State Reformatory was the setting of one of the greatest movies of all time, The Shawshank Redemption. We took a self-guided tour, and it was pretty creepy. Am I right?
It was, but it was challenging for me because I'm deathly afraid of heights. It gives me vertigo. So I was walking along the railing like this, and I think the two girls behind me were feeling bad for me because you could see straight down. It's just a great sidewalk or walkway. And we were, I think, when we start on the 6th floor or something like that, and it's like that was tough. But man, the cells are so small, and the walkways are so small. Yeah, I couldn't. And then I don't know what it'd be like during the summer in there or the winter. But it's pretty. It was a cool tour though. It was fun.
Yeah, it was very intense. All right, so why don't we give you a sampling of that experience? Watch.
That was classic, man. That was good. That was real
Hey,
good.
it's the official Agents of Rage mascot.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, his timing is impeccable.
It really is. It
But
always
he,
is.
I have to say, I've been to Alcatraz a couple times, and of course here now, and I'd say they're pretty comparable. The difference is, Alcatraz is, it's in San Francisco. You have to take a ferry there.
Yeah.
But in terms of the actual stories of both, it's pretty cool, actually. I think they're very comparable.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen Alcatraz. Never went in it, just been on the boat going by it on the island. It's so cool to see the room that Brooks hung himself in, that they had in the movie. I didn't expect to see that at all. And I'll tell you, there's a lot, if you guys are into those paranormal shows, there's lots of them that have filmed at that reformatory because that place is haunted as all get out. And I don't know if you notice this, but you can feel heavy energy in there when you're in there.
Yeah.
It feels heavy. It's kind of weird. It's a little disorienting, obviously. But also, if you notice in that first clip, there's a couple bright white lights that hit in the middle of the first video. And that wasn't there when we filmed it.
I thought that was something you added.
No, that was nothing I added. So I'm going to show it one more time because I want people to see exactly where it is. Check this out. It's coming up. Right in the beginning, you're going to see these flashes of light. Right there. What is that? Right? What is that? That is just insane.
That's weird.
And it's.
I thought you did
crazy.
that for effect.
Yeah, no, I did not do that for effect.
Somebody did.
No, I did not. It's a cool effect, but I don't know, man. That's weird. You see those videos and they capture things that maybe you didn't see or whatever. I don't know what it was, but I can tell you the vantage where we were at that point. The sun was not coming in at that particular.
No, it wasn't. No.
So anyway, it was weird, but anyway, that was it. It was really cool to go through the prison. So anyway, after some lunch and libations, we went back to the redemption stage at 5 p.m. for Shadows Fall, the melodic death metal band from Boston. They got their name from an underground comic book, and this was a band that was active from 1995 to about 2015. They took a break. For various reasons, they came back in 2021, and I have to say that they are just killing it.
I agree. It's the third time I've seen them, and what did he say? They're not a radio friendly band or something to that effect. It's pretty good, and
Yes.
I'm glad he is. And I like the music's great. Singer's he's a great singer. Knows how to work the crowd. I'm impressed every time I've seen him.
Yeah, no doubt. Their last full-length album was 2012, but these guys are back. They sound great. Expect new music. I got to imagine we're going to get some new music. And get out there and see them if they happen to be coming to your town. Now, I only have one clip, unfortunately. The other one had so much dirt and people in frame, it's like you can't even, like, enjoy it. So,
You had to be there.
yeah, it didn't turn out. But this one here, this is badass. So here we go.
Good stuff, man. They sounded great.
Yeah, they really did, man. They sounded great. Go see Shadows Fall. Go listen to their music. True in your face metal. No radio rock from these guys, right?
No way.
All right, so we're moving on. Let's get into the 5:50 p.m. presentation on the main stage. Parkway Drive, the band from Down Under, formed in 2003. I like these guys. I like the fact that about 3 songs into their set, they recognized that the Inkcarceration crowd wanted the heavier stuff. That's what they were wanting, and they knew it. They had just played Rockfest in Wisconsin a few days earlier, and this wasn't Rockfest. So they switched gears, brought the thunder. Let's check them out, and then TD will give you his thoughts on the other side.
knees. With freedom grows from blood cause if you can't see the change, then be what you says I can. It's time for the oil of the age of the refugee to try by your mind inside. God is right. God be gone.
They were awesome. They are a lot like I Prevail, where they've got a bunch of radio-friendly songs that they could have played. But like you said, they picked up on the vibe of the audience and played all their heavy stuff. And it was a great performance. That's a band just like you and I, we just kind of discovered by accident. And now we're like, we like these guys. And they end up being on a lot of these festivals. So it's good to check them out. They put on a good show. They know what to do when they get out there. They know what the audience wants, and they give it to them.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, band I saw, this year, In Flames was another band that I really wasn't as high on until I saw them live, and killed it. Parkway Drive, we've seen them twice now, killed it. Know what to do, and again, yes, it's not the most metal that we're going to hear, but it's got good heavy riffs. They have a good time. I love the pyro, and all that. It's truly befitting the agents of rage. So yes, we appreciate them, and that was basically the festival for us. We got in a ton of bands. I think it was over 20 or whatever at the end of the day, something like that, and a great experience, probably the best experience we've had in years.
I think it's probably our best festival. We've fine-tuned the whole process. We know from the beginning to get your Uber driver and all the steps in the process, and working out the schedule and pacing ourselves, because it does get pretty friggin' hot at some of these festivals, and you want to make it through the night. You got to take it easy. So we did. I thought we really nailed it this time. Definitely best one we've had, I think, too.
Right now we are loosely looking at Hell's Heroes in Houston in March. So it will not be nearly as hot in March. So, I'm sure there can be heat waves, but that might be a more pleasant outdoor experience. So check out that lineup. There's some good stuff that's going there. A little different vibe, definitely more of a metal, but there's like some power metal that will be happening in that. Some of the stuff that, again, just not always our flavor, but when you see guys live, they can bring the noise. So some classic metal bands as well. And, so anyway, I think it's going to be, we'll see, but that's kind of what we've got happening right now. Before we move on, we've always got the story of the shirt. This is the Inkcarceration shirt that I bought at the festival. So that's what I donned for day 3. What you got on?
Well, I chose Combat Records. I bought a Combat Records shirt in Megaforce, because back in the day, what record label you're on gave you credibility back in the mid 80s, early 80s. And this is one of the labels. And then in honor of the NFL season starting, where my Atlanta Falcons hat, I was, of course, naturally disappointed on Sunday, as I have been for the last, 40 years as a fan. But anyway, I did win my fantasy football team, my fantasy football game, so I was happy about that part. But I figured, celebrate, the NFL's back.
Yeah, I've got Bijan on my fantasy team, so I expect him to have a great season.
I do too.
I also have Kyle Pitts on my fantasy team. So I think Atlanta's going to. We'll see what happens. My Lions had to pull one out in overtime to beat the Rams, but David Montgomery just busted through the line there at the end, took no prisoners. Good Morning Football gave him the angry run scepter for the week. So nice. We're pretty happy about what the Lions are doing. We'll see what happens this week. But We got a couple more things here for you, kind of getting back to the tradition of what we do here on Agents of Rage. That's celebrating albums. We're big album guys. So, back in the day, that's how you experienced a band. It wasn't this, single song here or there, download. You bought the album, you played the album, you enjoyed the album, or you didn't enjoy the album, or you enjoyed a little bit of the album. Well, we try to bring you the albums that, for the most part, we enjoy, front to back. And so what I tasked TD with is like, hey, Inkcarceration lineup, pick a band from Inkcarceration and pick an album that you love from them, and pick a couple tunes that we can share here on the show. So who did you choose and why?
I chose After the Burial, and I chose of the songs I chose, Behold the Crown was my favorite. It's it's a different sound. It just you can really crank it up in your car. I love those guys, and I've seen them on tour a few different times, but it's just a great heavy sound, great for working out.
Yeah,
it's awesome, great album.
Yeah. It is, absolutely. All right, so let's get into a little bit of two tracks from After the Burial's Evergreen album from 2019.
Love that album. Just a great album. I even have a long sleeve After the Burial shirt, which I like to wear around here during the winter concerts.
Nice.
But love those guys.
Yeah, they were great. Got a chance to see them. Play both those songs at Inkcarceration, so they know what to play when they're there. Now, for me, Inkcarceration really was all about getting a chance to check out Chimera. Their first festival show in a decade. They did not disappoint. Depending on the day, on like what's my favorite album, because it does change from time to time. Depends on what I'm just grooving on. But right now, I am loving the 2007 Resurrection album. The whole album is great. And so here's a couple tracks from that particular album.
Tasting happiness, 5 years of hell for nothing. Trapped inside the night of failures, a last never seen. It was love that killed us, makes us stronger. But we were dead, so are we now invincible? Determination, perseverance, resolution, resurrection.
Yeah, put some extra plates on the bench when you're getting ready to lift. You want to go max day, put on some of that.
That's the song I picked too, because what I like is the guitar at the beginning of the song. It has a kind of an early thrash sound to it. Yeah. And then the screaming begins, and it's From My Black Heart. It's freaking, that's a great song, man. I love that song.
It really is. It really is a great song. Great band. It was so great to see them, and I hope that's another one that will put out some new music because it's been way too long. I think they're back now. Maybe they'll do a tour. But it was great to see them, and there you have it. So that's what we've got today. Hey, what's happening on Insta and Facebook? What's going on?
Insta, we've got about 150 followers. It's got a little bit quiet, but Facebook, we're pushing 800 now, and just, people are liking it. Getting all kinds of people from all over the world on Facebook. So it's pretty interesting. We're getting exposure in places that I didn't know existed.
Yeah, right. Hey, that's what the internet is, man. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I do have some other clip performances that are Insta friendly for from Inkcarceration. So I'm going to get those to TD, and he can put those up. We've got coming up, we've got a ton of video to share from shows that we've seen since Inkcarceration. TD's got stuff I know from Death to All, 200 Stab Wounds, and more. I've got Neck Rot and Lamb of God and Carrie King and a bunch more. So we've got a lot to show. So, hey, keep checking back to see when the next episode here for Agents of Rage will drop. You got anything else, my friend?
Good to be here. Episode 15, making some progress.
That's right.
Getting it done.
Moving along. All right. Well, that's it then. We will see you next time, you metalheads, right here on Agents of Rage. And on that note, see ya.